This year proved that if celebrities get caught not looking their best, netizens won't hesitate to criticize them. Song Hye Kyo is one of the actresses that fell victim to this criticism around March of this year. She had just come out with The Glory, which became a massive success. The public was praising her acting left and right, but viewers also didn't shy away from commenting on her looks in the series. Before we get into all the backlash Hye Kyo received for her appearance at the beginning of this year, it's important to keep in mind she was once believed to be one of Korea's most beautiful actresses. Over the years, she's made tons of headlines for her stunning visuals, and it didn't seem like that was ever going to change. She's been in the industry for around 2 decades now, and people always have to mention how gorgeous she used to be when she was in her 20s. However, what many don't know is that she was actually fat-shamed at the beginning of her career. When she was still a rookie, she used to weigh a bit more than she did during her prime. Netizens often criticized her for the fact that her limbs looked big compared to those of other actresses, and they also shamed her for having a chubbier face. It's said she lost a lot of weight after this, which is when the public started calling her the goddess of the film industry. It seems like no matter what she does, she will always be the subject of some sort of criticism. This year, people came for her looks once again since they were very shocked by her appearance in The Glory. During one of the scenes, Hye Kyo's character exposes her body covered with scars. While this scene wasn't meant to be beautiful in the first place, some viewers saw it as the perfect opportunity to start body shaming Hye Kyo. Instead of focusing on her incredible acting, viewers took to social media to write ugly comments about her body. They made incredibly harsh remarks and even went as far as comparing her figure to that of an elementary school student. The main point of their criticism was that she looked too skinny, too flat, and that she was short and unattractive. Luckily, many fans came to her defense and argued that her character was supposed to look malnourished and exhausted in this scene. In other words, she wasn't meant to appeal to anyone. This wasn't the first time people made comments about her looks though, since a few months prior to the release of the second part of the series, netizens already criticized Hye Kyo for her appearance at a press conference for the drama. During this event, Hye Kyo was wearing a pretty regular formal outfit with her hair loose. Netizens immediately took to the internet to comment that she had lost her charm and that her age had caught up to her. One person even wrote, "What goddess? It's so obvious that she has aged," basically mocking her decade-long goddess title. Despite these malicious comments, there's still tons of people that think she's absolutely stunning for her age. Next up is Song Hye, who was also torn apart by netizens for his change of appearance at the beginning of this year. On March 23rd, a Chinese news page released a series of photos from an event that Song Hye attended. It's an understatement to say that these pictures shocked fans because Song Hye looked like a completely different person, and not in a positive way. Even the news page reported that the actor looked different, which only added fuel to the fire. The pictures made clear that Song Hye had gained a little bit of weight, making him appear a lot chubbier in the face. In another angle, netizens caught a glimpse of his hairline, and they said that his hairline was definitely receding and that this could be a sign of potential balding. If you've watched Autumn of My Heart, you probably know that Song Hye was a serious heartthrob in the 2000s. This is why netizens urged him to lose weight so that he can regain the beauty he was once known for. This is definitely not something anyone would like to hear, and luckily fans came to his defense, stating that no one should force beauty standards upon him, especially when his current looks are probably just due to aging. Despite the efforts fans made to protect him, people still couldn't help but share their not-so-nice opinions. Netizens were disappointed that he couldn't escape the fate of gaining weight, and they had hoped that he'd look more manly with the extra kilograms. In their opinion, this wasn't the case. Instead, they claimed that he looked greasy. Although getting criticized for your looks is already terrible enough, it's even more heartbreaking when people shame someone knowing they're suffering from a serious medical condition. Unfortunately, Park Sodom knows what that's like all too well. At the beginning of this year, Sodom returned from her hiatus, which she was forced to take to recover after getting diagnosed with thyroid cancer back in 2021. While trying to find her way back to the industry after such a rough period was already difficult enough, netizens decided to make her return even more uncomfortable by sending her a few incredibly hurtful messages about her appearance. Sodom was strong enough to share these messages herself, in a way to really put these haters in their place. The comment which she revealed included a lot of insults, questioning how Sodom had ever gotten a lead role. They wrote, "I can't believe this is the face of the female lead, have some decency." This user practically called her ugly in every way possible and mocked her for thinking she could ever take on a lead role. These comments were already insane enough to send, but this person decided to take it even further by telling Sodom that it would have been better if she had just passed away from her illness. There are levels to hating, and this might just be the worst thing you could say to someone. This must have been incredibly hurtful for Sodom to read, but despite that, she held her head up high and responded with, "Thank you for visiting my SNS. I will continue to be active. I will keep the original message. I wish you a happy new year and hope to live a long, healthy life. Luckily, Sodom's international fans did a great job at showering her in love after this incident. They praised her good looks on social media and tried to combat any negativity. It's been known for a while now that Sodom doesn't exactly fit the Korean beauty standards. This is something she even acknowledged herself, saying that viewers might think she looks plain due to her monolids. However, that definitely doesn't give people the right to send her outrageous comments like these. Even Lee Min-ho, the prince of television himself, was subject to a huge amount of backlash over his looks this year. If you know anything about Min-ho, you know he's always been praised for being one of the most handsome K-drama actors. People never fail to mention that he has the perfect face to play the male lead in any drama, but it looks like the public opinion shifted a little after he debuted a new look in August of this year. He immediately made headlines after he surprised fans with his weight gain. Naturally, netizens immediately took to online forums to give their 2 cents, and the comments weren't very nice. Min-ho was photographed at an event in Thailand over the summer where he was invited as a speaker for an exposition. Ironically enough, the event was all about promoting confidence and individuality, and it turns out Min-ho gave a very heartfelt speech regarding the topic. Of course, there were tons of photographers present who managed to take pictures from every angle. When these pictures were posted, his new physique became a hot topic among netizens. He looked a lot chubbier than before, so it was only a matter of time before netizens took to social media to comment on this. Keeping in mind the ridiculous beauty standards Korean celebrities are held to, the reactions to his appearance weren't as bad as expected. There's no denying that some people made negative comments about his weight gain, pointing out that his facial features look less sharp now. But surprisingly enough, his fans claimed that the little weight he gained doesn't take away from the fact that he's still incredibly handsome. His fan base hit back at any negative comments, stating that all that matters is that Min-ho's happy and healthy. When Min-ho dropped a photo shoot at the end of August, netizens also pointed out that he looked a lot older than the other actors his age. They couldn't help but notice that his face was puffier than usual in this shoot, taking away from his handsome charm. Puffy or not, his dramas always do amazing, so he'll just have to find a way to ignore the haters. Last up is Se Jong, who received quite a bit of hate recently as a result of his looks in Duna. Viewers claimed he didn't look as handsome in the drama because he put on a bit of weight over the years. After watching his performance, a netizen commented, "He looked way too average in Duna. I was disappointed. He just needs to lose weight." Others argued that he also lacks a bit of an aura, meaning that his personality in the show is just very dull, which doesn't help his case at all. By now, we're all aware how incredibly strict the beauty standards are in South Korea, but this example really proves that. International fans are calling Korean viewers crazy since in their eyes, Se Jong doesn't look chubby whatsoever. Reading these comments is even more heartbreaking when you know how much effort Se Jong put into his transformation for the role. It's said he lost about 3 kilograms and even got laser hair removal for his mustache. Despite that, some netizens think he's still not good enough and that he'll never look good next to the gorgeous Suzy. Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching.